Hi guys, welcome to my reading list for the weeks of December 24th to January 7th. So this is my reading list going into the new year. This will probably be my second to last reading list post, mainly because, as I mentioned before, I did a really good job on my to be read pile in 2018, and I only have like 20 books left on my reading pile. The majority of those are ebooks, so after I get through this pile, I really won't have much to show or go through. So that's a good thing. I'd really like to get to the point where I'm actually just like, getting a book and reading it rather than having a ton of books laying around. So on that note, this will probably be the second to last reading list post that I do. I was kind of doing these throughout 2018 to keep myself on track as far as reading my review books and reading my to be read pile books. So I'm very excited that I was able to get through all of that. As I go through this, I think there are 3 that carried over from my last 2 weeks. It being the 2 weeks before Christmas, I was kind of busy with a lot of other stuff. There's a lot of activities and things going on. And this being my reading pile going through Christmas into the new year, I will be off of work, so I might have more time to read, but my son and my husband will also be home, so we'll probably be like running around doing stuff. Anyways, all that being said, I'll get right into it. This one, it rolled over from last time, and that is Echo North by Joanna, Ruth, Meyer. I probably will be reading this next. I just started Dark Days Deceit by Alison Goodman, and when I finish that, this will be the next one I read. This one's another review one I got. It actually releases in January, and that is Warrior of the Wild by Tricia Levenseller. For those who read The Pirate King's Daughter, that was written by Tricia Levenseller as well. I really, really loved that series. It was like The Pirate King's Daughter, The Siren Queen's Daughter, and something else. Anyways, I really love that series, and I'm very excited to see what she does in her next fantasy series. Okay, the next 2 rolled over from my last 2-week reading list, and that is Lord Darcy by Randall Garrett. I just didn't get to this. I ended up reading more ebooks because I was sitting in the car a lot waiting for my son, so I didn't have like as many physical books with me. The other one that rolled over is Ace of Shades by Foody. This and Echo North will be the next 2 books I read after I finish the Dark Days Deceit. All right, so these are new ones that are from my new old books from my reading pile. This is one my son gave me called The War Below by Marsha, Forchuk, Skrypuch. And it's about the Nazis in World War II. It's a pretty little book. My son read it. He got from his book fair, and he thought it was really good and wanted me to read it. And it's pretty slender, and I thought, okay, sure, I'll read it. The next one from my reading list is 3 Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake. Kendare has been a bit hit or miss for me. I really liked her Anna Dressed in Blood series, and then I thought she did another series that I didn't like as much, but I can't remember what it was. Anyways, I really liked her Anna Dressed in Blood series, but I don't know. I've heard mixed things about this one, so we will see. The next one on my reading list is Grace and Fury by Tracy Bangart. This is another Alcrate book that I got. I don't know, young adult fantasy. I wasn't super excited about that one. I've heard kind of mixed things about that one too. Girls in Paper of Fire by Natasha. Ngan is the next book on my reading list, and this one is another Alcrate one with a very pretty cover. Again, I've heard very mixed things about this. It's young adult fantasy. A lot of young adult fantasy on my pile. This is a remix of Pride and Prejudice called Pride by Ibi Zoboi. It's a National Book Award finalist he was for American Street, he or she, I don't know. This was another Alcrate one that I'm kind of like, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And then the last one is one I've actually already read, but I read it many, many, many years ago, and I had the second book, so I want to go back and reread the first book because I remember really loving it, and that is Johannes Cabal the Detective. I think this is it. Maybe it's the Necromancer one. I've got one or the other. It's either the Necromancer, I think is the first one, the Detective is the second one. Anyways, I'm going to read the first one in the Johannes Cabal series by Jonathan L. Howard. I read the first book of this like probably 10 or 12 years ago. Really liked it. I don't know when it came out. but it was a while ago. Really liked it, wanted to continue with the series, but I thought I would go back and read the first book in that. See, look at me. I'm getting a chance to like go back and read other books that I've already read that I liked because I don't have a huge stack of books. So that's kind of what I have in my pile for the next 2 weeks. I'll probably do one more of these on January 7th-ish. And then I will be done because I don't have a reading pile. I will just have books that I get from the library or buy from my Kindle or buy on the cloud library. Rent from the cloud library, borrow from the cloud library. I don't know terminologies for that. Anyway, so here we go. These are, we've got Johannes Cabal, the first book of that, Pride, Girls of Paper and Fire, Grace and Fury, and Three Dark Crowns. And then, whoa, I almost dropped them all. The War Below, Ace of Shades, and Lord Darcy. And then the 2 review ones, Warrior of the Wild and Echo North. I do have some books on my Christmas list that I'm hoping to get, so maybe I'll have some of those to go through. And I have a large variety of books on Kindle. I've pretty much cleaned out my bookshelf of physical books. There's a few over there, but by and large, the books I need to read I got for my Kindle. When I got my Kindle, I got like a lot of classics for free and a lot of first books in series and all that kind of stuff. And so I'd really like to go back and read those. And I actually really enjoy reading on my Kindle because I have a Paperwhite, and so I can read it like sitting in the car at night waiting for my son to get all the activities, or I can read it in bed while my husband's asleep or whatever. And you can make the font bigger, and I can read it while I'm running because I can just like sit it on the treadmill and like read it. So I'm looking forward to reading a little bit more on my Kindle. I do love paper and ink, but I think there's a lot of advantages to reading things on my Kindle as well. All right, enough chit chat for me. I hope that you guys have a great Christmas. I'm recording this a little bit like the Thursday or Friday before it'll go up. But have a great Christmas. Have a good holiday season. Hopefully get some time off with your family. Me and my family have the whole week between Christmas and New Year's off together. So we've got lots of fun stuff planned. We got snowmobiling and board game days, and my son's doing some sleepovers, and so we have a lot of good stuff planned for that time. We're having really mild weather for Minnesota. It's been in the low 40s, so we had a little snow and it's pretty much melted. It is supposed to get into the 30s again, which is warm for us. I mean, normally in December we're in the 20s or the teens, and then January we get slammed with like super cold weather. But it's been nice. I've been enjoying it. Like the roads aren't icy. We can go take walks outside. We can't really build snowmen because all the snow is melting, but we can still do quite a bit outside, and it's been very nice from that aspect. So, all right. Well, I hope you guys have a great Christmas and that you get some time to read wonderful books, and I will talk to you later. Bye.